It's getting a little chilly in here. Maybe could you close that window, please? Just turn the crank. Yeah, just turn the crank at the bottom there. Counterclockwise. Yeah, actually, Tommy, if you would close that door, please. Good, thank you. Okay, how are we doing? Any questions or comments on the meditation?
It came to me during the meditation many years ago. I was with a lama, a Buddhist lama in Buenos Aires. He came and we were invited to sit, just to sit with him. And he didn't speak a word. But when he started vibrating, the Om, the center of my body started vibrating.
Right.
And we were not doing anything.
Yeah.
And all the time it was like, and it wasn't my stomach, it wasn't any organ, it was the very core. And after that experience, I knew what the center of me was.
Interesting.
Yeah. And he didn't speak a word, he just bowed with a little bit of a smile, did his sitting and vibration, and then he bowed down and left.
Right.
He did that for about an hour. He vibrated. It was, I still remember that as exquisite, divine experience.
Now, the Tibetans have been digging into these mantras for centuries. And, they have all these different lineages that have different methodologies of using even the same mantras, different tunes, different ways you use them depending on what you would say obstacles, what places psychologically you're hung up that makes you feel that you're being less than just opening into boundlessness. For example, one that's used a lot, and a lot of the mantras in Tibetan tradition, in order to use them, you have to receive what's called an empowerment, where there's a whole ceremony, and they hold up a crystal and they bonk you over the head with the thing, and and all of this, and then it's like you've received the empowerment, the transmission to use that particular mantra to do that method. But there's two mantras that is considered anyone can use. And one is, one is Om Mani Padme Hum, which is, starts with Om, ends with Hum, and in the middle, Mani Padme. Mani is the jewel. It's meaning, and Padme that's the Tibetan version of Padma in Sanskrit, which means the lotus. So it's basically Om, infinite, the jewel in the lotus, Hum, enlightenment. So the jewel is the preciousness, the precious essence, the thing we're looking for all the time, the thing when you're lining up over here at Jenny's Ice Cream deciding what flavor to get, it's the one you want that's not on the menu. It's the thing that's always not on the menu, the mani, the preciousness, the precious essence of life, the good stuff. You're looking for it everywhere. You'd never find it in this place or this place or this place because you're always looking in the wrong place. Where is it? It's every place. It's in the Padme. It's in the lotus. And the lotus flower, when the lotuses bloom on the lake, that's like they cover the whole surface. So you keep not finding the precious jewel of life anywhere because you have to look everywhere. So Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, and you'll see, if you've ever seen like the old traditional Tibetans, and I've traveled in Tibet, and you see especially in the little villages, the old people with a prayer wheel, that has written inside it in little pieces of paper, hundreds or thousands of copies of that mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. That's the mantra of great compassion. Every time that's emitted, it's supposed to be sending that the greatest compassion of all, which is the wish of enlightenment to all sentient beings throughout the universe. So every time they spin their prayer wheel, the idea is it's generating, sending that out. So you'll see old people. It's like you see in the Catholic Church people were doing the rosary, but they Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. The other is what's called the Vajra Guru mantra. It's Om Ahung, right? We're playing with that. Om Ahung. Om Ahung Benza Guru Pema Om Ahung Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hung. Right? So Om Ahung, you've done that. The infinite openness to it, enlightenment. Om Ahung Benza or Benzara is the Tibetan version of Vajra in Sanskrit, which kind of means diamond and also kind of means thunderbolt. Right? What do the diamond and the thunderbolt have in common? They're both illuminating. They flash. The lightning bolt flashes and you see everything. So it's the lightning bolt of enlightenment. It doesn't matter how dark it is or how long it's been dark. One moment the lightning bolt lightens up everything. And also it's powerful. You don't mess with the freaking lightning bolt. Right? Also means diamond, same thing, brilliant, beautiful, and also the diamond is the hardest substance. Nothing scratches diamond. Diamond scratches everything else. Om Ahung Benza Guru, the teacher. Aha. So what's the Benza Guru? Benza Guru is the lightning bolt teacher, the diamond teacher. So this is the mantra addressed to the teacher. Who is the lightning bolt teacher?
Us and ourselves.
He, she, it, they is the real teacher. The real teacher. It's not any flesh and blood teacher. Flesh and blood teachers can show up as representatives, like the department store Santas all, right, are the representatives of the real Santa who's everywhere, who's nowhere. Om Ahung Benza Guru Pema, again Pema in the lotus, everywhere. Pema Siddhi. Siddhi literally means perfection. Perfection. Achievement. What's the highest perfection, the highest achievement? Enlightenment. And then Hung. So Om Ahung Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hung means Om Ahung, lightning bolt, diamond-like teacher, bring me enlightenment, bring me the perfection of enlightenment, the Siddhi. Because you're everywhere, you're in the lotus. Hung. Because you have to end with Hung to seal it. That's Hung. So, you'll hear, and those two, Om Mani Padme Hung and Om Ahung Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hung, you'll see even as, that's like Tibetan graffiti, you'll see that like on the hillsides. They'll clear away all the black stones and collect the white stones and spell those out in Tibetan letters. You'll sometimes see that from yards or miles away as you're approaching a mountain. And then I was starting to say that this Vajraguru mantra can be chanted in different ways depending on where your consciousness feels stuck, where it feels hung up, what you need to kind of clear away to open. So, if you need to cool things down, calm things down, like preparatory to meditating, typically. In one, which I learned in one lineage from one Lama, would be you feeling that? Yeah. When you're sitting in a whole big, hall full of people doing that together, over and over, it's pretty cool. By the way, in case you want to learn these now, this will be on the YouTube. This will be, so that just now, that'll be about 21 minutes before the end. Okay. I don't know what time we started, but we've got to end at 9 for cookies. I'll do that one more time. So that would be a good version to do when you, as you can see, when you want to settle the mind, clear the mind. I don't want to say that word clear. Settle the mind, collect the mind, center the mind. Now, when you're feeling sad, when you're, oh, how can I do Dharma practice? How can I meditate? How can I be joyous? I'm really sad about this thing. Actually, in the Tibetan psychology, they have what they call hot sadness and cold sadness. The hot sadness is what we would call sadness, grief. Cold sadness is what we would call depression. Okay, they're very different kind of energy. So this is one for hot sadness when you're grieving. And there's some little kind of extra flourishes on a couple of the syllables that just come in here, so it's pronounced a little bit differently. Om benza aguru pema siddhi om benza aguru pema siddhi Om benza guru pema siddhi So you notice there's all these variations there in volume and in the kind of the timbre, the texture of the voice, and that's all part of it. That's all, it's kind of an internal massage, an internal neurological massage that in this case is supposed to be effective for grieving, for hot sadness. Okay. Now one for cold sadness, what we call depression, it would also be good for if you're just feeling low energy, you're just feeling kind of flatline and you need to get things wrapped up. And this one, you need to have something to hit. Okay. Traditionally, it would be a drum or a cymbal. If nothing else, you can slap your knees or your tummy. Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City Hong Om Ma Hong Benzo Guru Pema City
I'm not depressed anymore.
All right. Another satisfied customer.
I like that one.
Yeah.
As a good African, I like the rhythm.
Yeah. Beat the drum. Yeah. We used to do this. These three, actually, these last two come from the lineage of Nakchung, what's called the Aroter, this particular lineage, and the Aroter Lama that we studied with Nakchung Rinpoche, who's actually from Wales. But he used to come over to New York, and he had a little group of disciples in New York, and we would meet in this like garden apartment, where it's at the sidewalk level, and a bunch of us would be crammed into this tiny little living room of this tiny little apartment in Manhattan, and they had all these traditional Tibetan instruments, the cymbals and the long horn and the oh my God, and we'd be hitting all this stuff, making all this noise. So this is like heavy metal. But it was never, like I can't hang around personally, heavy metal, the bars here where they're pumping the loud music. I find I find it discordant. It like jangles my nervous system. But this, no matter how loud it was just, like bring it.
What did the neighbors have to say about it?
I don't know. I they weren't my neighbors.
I was listening to NPR on the way home, and there's a story about a barber in Venezuela who started a community music thing, because that everything's falling apart there. But he said music is the vitamin of the soul, or the vitamins of the soul.
Music is the vitamins,
the vitamins
of the soul. Yeah. Amen. Let me see if I can remember, because that first one that I did, the slow one, the settling one, that was from a different lineage. That was, I think, from Lama Surya Das's lineage. Let me see if I can remember the slow one, the collecting one, settling one from the Aroter, from Nakchung Rinpoche's lineage. Benza Just a disclaimer here. I haven't done this for a long time, and that's not guaranteed exactly right. And it's the precision, like the getting this stuff precise, is really, and passing it along correctly is considered important. So, if any of you are interested, and any folks out in YouTube land are interested in hearing this exactly right, send me an email and I'll send you a link to where you can hear Nakchan Rinpoche chanting these, and he does them right.
Send you an email to where?
Oh, to my email, dean@deanslider.com.
Oh.
Yeah. Any other comments or questions about any of this stuff?
I really enjoyed that, Dean, all of it.
Yeah?
It was really beautiful. It really moved me.
Oh, good, yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, you should hear people who really are the real deal on this. This, I'm really a dilettante. You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
But again, these are people's mantras, so anybody can do them. Yeah, it's a catchy tune.
Because with all this shaking,
Yeah.
my energy was lower than usual.
From the earthquakes?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I think so.
Yeah.
We were talking about that.
Tibet is a land with a lot of earthquakes also, by the way. That is, I believe, the youngest land on the planet. The way the Himalayas, the reason you've got the highest mountains in the world there is the subcontinent of India was, I believe, if I'm remembering this correctly, that was a separate continent. That was out there floating in the ocean, and it rammed against the underside of Asia. I mean, it's actually, this is still happening, and obviously in very slow motion over millions of years, slamming into the underside of Asia, and that the site of that impact is what forms the Himalayas.
Wow.
So that's still an area of a lot of tectonic activity there. So they get earthquakes and stuff.
Everest is 7 feet higher in our lifetime.
Pardon?
Everest is 7 feet higher
Yeah.
than it was.
Well, when I was a kid, they said it was 29,028 feet. Now they're saying 29,035 feet.
Really?
Interesting.
Wow, I did not know that. So it's really dynamic. It's really going on as we speak. Dukkha, anitya, anatta, right? And emphasizing at the moment anitya. It's all everything's moving, everything's shifting, nothing's solid. Whee! That's my mantra. Buckle up and relax.
Enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride, because what else you got?
Yeah.
it for the first earthquake. I was like, oh, this is fun.
Uh-huh.
And the second one, after a few seconds, I was like, okay, this is
I'm
not
done.
fun
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, yeah. But it's really, when the stuff hits the fan, whatever it is, whatever kind of earthquake, and as I was saying before, whatever kind of earthquake in our life, when it hits the fan, this is all our meditation practice, our various kinds of meditative practice. This is the stuff we've been practicing for, right? And, obviously we're living in the land where we're always, somewhere in the corner of our mind is, when are we going to get the big one? I wonder to what degree just the fact that we keep saying that phrase, we create this concept that there's going to be the big one. Maybe it doesn't quite work that way. Maybe it's 3 big ones, or maybe, I don't know.
3,000 undulations.
Yeah.
This is what we are praying for in the circles.
What is it?
3,000, there have to be either 3,000 undulating ones like the first one,
Yeah.
small ones,
Yeah.
or the big one.
Oh,
But the earth has to release.
to relieve the tension in little
So we're
doses
praying
or one
for-
big dose.
Well, do it with grace.
Yeah.
We bless the earth so it can do it with grace.
Mhm.
The 3,000, like dancing like Hawaiian dance.
Right. Right. Yep. Yep. And yeah, good. Thanks. Thanks for putting that out there. Hopefully,
Yeah, so forget about
it's effective.
One more big one.
I have no idea, but let's just assume for the moment that there's going to be some bigger earthquakes in our life, in our experience, than we had in those last several days, and we can pretty much guarantee that there'd be bigger, life quakes for you. If nothing else, the one where the thing we really think is solid and permanent, which is this body, starts to go. That one's guaranteed. The big one. But as I'm always saying, you want to do the fire drill before the fire. It's really good. Some of you have heard this, but I keep finding over and over in my own practice, this is so good, it's so profound, to when you meditate, buy a one-way ticket. In other words, usually when people sit down to close their eyes to meditate, there's this unspoken assumption, which is, oh, okay, I'm going to do this for 10 or 20 or 30 minutes. Then I'm going to open my eyes and ... I'm going to fix dinner. I'm going to go off to work. I'm going to go, meet my friend at the movie, whatever it is. There's this unspoken assumption. And maybe it's correct. But maybe not. What if we just flip that assumption around? What if we assume, this is it. I'm closing my eyes. I'm never going to get to open them again. This is the big one. Okay? Now, what does that do for us? Now, at first, some people are going to say, oh, I don't want to think that's morbid. Well, go through that, because you're going to have to deal with it when it's a reality. It might be a reality every time you do it, but you're going to have to deal with it at the time that it's definitely a reality. Okay? What else might be the effect of that?
Gratitude.
Gratitude? Yeah. Like, just in case you get a chance to open the eyes again, oh, I'm getting a bonus round. That's nice. I'm getting a replay.
For me, it's like it happened with the second quake that we had.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, okay, just relax. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Just be here.
Yeah.
Because if it's the big one, okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. This is absolutely okay.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's
The
okay.
okayness of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The okayness of it. And because we really only have 2 options, which is resistance and surrender. Which one works better? And if we're just clear about that.
Yeah.
You're resisting or you're surrendering. And you can surrender with gratitude, with grace, whether it's you actually get to open your eyes or what you're surrendering to, just assume you're not. And there's something else, which is, how frequently in meditation you're sitting there and you may be thinking, Okay, afterward I'm gonna meet my friend for the movie. Gee, well, when are we gonna catch some dinner? And do I have my tickets? And then, if my friend brings up that whole business about her relationship, am I gonna have to go through all that BS with her again? Blah, 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 blah. But if you're sitting there in your meditation, you start thinking that, I go, oh no, I'm freaking dead. So I don't have to think about any of that. I don't have to complete my shopping list. I don't have to figure out how to write that paragraph. This is it. One-way ticket. Yeehaw! You can really give up. And in my experience, that is one of the most powerful things for deepening the meditation, for making the meditation profound, for real, we pay lip service in a way to, okay, give up, let go. But there's a part of us that's hanging on to, yeah, okay, I'm letting go for now, but I'm keeping a little lifeline out there for, at the end of 20 minutes for calling it back out. What if we just freaking cut that lifeline? This is it. I am dead. Just jump, Thelma and Louise going over the cliff. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, right? Just throw yourself into it.
Or they did. They went over the cliff.
Yeah. They never came with the sequel, so we never know.
Yeah. Okay, so may all beings swiftly realize the true happiness of surrender, of letting go, of throwing themselves into the fire. And thus may all beings find complete peace, and may peace prevail everywhere. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.